Hello and welcome to video 22. Yeah, it's been a little while, a little over a month and a half, something like that. We'll get on to as to those reasons and communication and all that kind of fun. Actually, it'll be communication part 2, I believe. But let's start with the song. We have Porcupine Tree, a smart kid, and hopefully this dog behind me will be quiet so I can get the song done. So yes, here is a smart kid. Stranded here on planet Earth, it's not much, but it could be worse. Everything's free here, there's no crowds. Winter lasted 5 long years. Sun will come and get our fear. Chemical harvest was sown. And I will wait for you. A spaceship from another star. They ask me where other people are. What can I tell them? I tell them I'm the only one. Was a war, but I must have won. Please take me with you. Alright, we'll be back with the verbiage worded shortly. Thank you. Hello and welcome back to video 22, communication part 2. Yeah, I've been absent for a little while, falling into some old patterns, or one major pattern that I keep wanting to repeat. Not wanting to, obviously, but just kind of happens. And as I spoke, about communication and relationships and stuff, communication is key no matter what. And it's not just being able to speak. I mean, obviously, look, I can talk to this camera, and I can convey things that way, and I can talk to people, but it's also conveying your emotions. And that's something I haven't, that's part of my life issue, part of this thing I have to get over. Kitty, damn it. So I've got Cat. He's playing behind my artwork, which you can see is, new thing I started doing. But anyway, so, it's conveying emotion. And, especially for men, thank goodness, it's becoming more socially acceptable to be emotional and everything, which is really great. But it does make it a little bit harder. And I've always lacked communication skills. I used to be quiet, shy, never really said much growing up, and I probably have already said this, so I do apologize for repeating myself. So, I've worked through it. I can talk to people now. I'm not quite as shy. But when it comes to negative emotions, me getting upset with something or whatever, that's where I still have those issues. I still have these problems with. And, again, I can talk to the camera, I can talk to people, and unfortunately, we do live kind of in a society. I mean, maybe not where you live, but where I live, people aren't even really that friendly. You walk down the street and most people give you a grumpy look, or not even looking at you when we acknowledge your presence, so that makes it kind of tough, but there are some people, I've got some people in my neighborhood that I live with now who are nice and they'll say hi and, but I mean, even with friends, you say, hey, how you doing? I'm good. How are you? I'm good. Do we ever truly convey oh man, I had a rough day. It really sucked. This went on, that went on. Emotionally drained. I hurt. This happened or that happened. You don't. Close friends, yeah. But acquaintances or people at work, you're not going to do that with, right? Hey, John. Yeah, I mean, again, I don't know. So, anyway, my recent things that have been kind of going on, my sister moved in, which I do believe I mentioned in the last video, and I knew the cycle that was coming, and I told my sister, look, I gotta do my videos, I gotta do this, because see what happens is when I live with other people, I start shutting down, and I isolate myself and I become a hermit. And not only do I do it where I'm living, I mean, I'll even, social media sites, I'll shut everything down, and I just, and then from there, I stop communicating, my girlfriend notices and sees me kind of spiraling downhill, and I'm not expressive emotionally, whether I'm happy or even sad. Then I even shut down to the point where I don't even know my own emotions anymore, because I don't deal with them. So, my sister moves in, I say all this, I'm going to do all this, but, excuse me, I subconsciously fell back right into those patterns. Didn't even see it. Because it's so ingrained, it's the same cycle. I mean, I went through the cycle last summer, where I moved in to a place in the spring, and then and last summer, people ended up moving in for a while, and so I went right into my bedroom, and that's what I did this year. Everything's in my bedroom. I hang out in my bedroom. A few weeks ago, I started doing artwork and stuff. I said almost a month ago, which, like I said, I showed you behind me. But still, breaking down. You know, yeah, I have a creative outlet, but I'm not doing this creative outlet for me, which is important. And you know, I've stopped playing music, you know, which is probably obvious in the song I just did. Sorry, I'm looking at my notes, you know, and, you know, my girlfriend knows. She's, you know, she's even told me, you know, but then I sometimes forget, you know, I forget. You know, I gotta communicate. I can't shut down. I can't push everybody away and push them out of my life. You know, my throat chakra is probably right now a little black lump of coal that's like just sitting there smoking. You know? So we gotta get that moving again. You gotta get back on these videos. And, you know, we got to keep moving on, you know, and it's the same thing. We have to realize these, you know, and so, you know, for anybody that watches this part of the video and who does have communication issues, you know, it's so hard to be aware. You know, you're aware, and then, you know, like I said, I subconsciously slipped right back into this again, and it's like, and then when I slip into that, again, I have destructive patterns. I start drinking, which is bad. You know, I physically, even before the drinking, I start physically not feeling as well. I hurt, my body aches, you know, and again, it's all because of that communications, my lack of communicating and shutting down. And so everything gets affected by it, you know, and that's what we, you know, we got to learn, you know, to see these patterns, whether it's communication, whether it's something else, you know. So we have to, you know, constantly, you know, and two, because it's a subconscious thing. Subconscious things, your subconscious is a tape player, and it just plays things over and over and over again. I know I've mentioned it, and so it makes it that much harder. And if we stop focusing on things and we start letting things go, and that, you know, that pattern just kind of repeats itself over and over, and it's hard to break. And so I need to break from it. I have to learn to pull myself out of it, you know, because if I don't and I stay in this destructive pattern, I'm going to lose my girlfriend, I'm going to lose a lot of things, and I'm going to be miserable and make myself extremely sick. So, you know, I actually, on my computer, I have a little post-it note that I wrote, you know, gotta communicate, gotta stay open, da-da-da-da, and all that. And, you know, so we have to put these reminders to remind ourselves. You know, we gotta put something on the refrigerator or in our bedroom or wherever we have to remind us, hey, we can't fall into these patterns, because subconsciously it'll just happen. You won't even realize it until all of a sudden you're going, what the hell happened? Because that's kind of where I'm at right now. You know, in my last video I was like, oh yeah, and I was in a really super awesome space, and then from there it just went, you know, the next day I woke up and I'm already kind of in a bad space, and you know, I kind of went in that direction. So yeah, so we have to, I gotta get back, I gotta start doing these videos again, you know, for myself, as well as, you know, any of you out there who watches this part of the video that can help, and, you know, keep doing music. And, you know, I'm starting to run really low on on tunes, and probably mostly because I know other tunes, but I probably haven't played them in years and kind of forgotten whatever, but that's okay, you know, I learn some new ones, and kind of go from there and talk about some other things as things come up. But I figured today was a good day to do this video, because again, you know, I mean, last night I was, you know, rock bottom, you know, and usually when I get rock bottom, it's usually head first, you know, head hurts, no, just kidding. But so now I gotta pull myself out, and so it's probably a good idea for me to at least do a video or two a week, and, you know, you'll get to see that, you know, progress. And I think it's important for people to see progress with other people, because that gives them hope. It gives them like, hey, wow, you know, this guy, he just didn't talk about all this stuff in his past. He's actually showing me. He's, bringing it up and everything else, and he's sharing the journey. He's sharing the darkness and the bad stuff as well as the good. So hopefully this is it. This is the end of rock bottom. I can pull myself out, be more communicative, get this throat chakra moving again, and get myself back in the right direction. So yeah, I guess that's pretty much it. That's all I have to say, I guess, for now. And again, hope you enjoyed the video. Hope you enjoyed Smart Kid. And yeah, gotta keep doing these videos. Can't be going a month and a half and going down the rabbit hole, so to speak. So thank you again for watching. Really appreciate it. And I hope everybody has a great day. I say, have a great day, have a great evening, and namaste. Peace.